Quite all right. We'll call the October 24th, 2016 Village Board. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Trustee Childakis.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
She forgot something.
Oh, I think I caught her out of the corner of my eye for a minute. I said that was pretty good, Charlie. I was like, where the heck did she go? I thought you were behind me playing a trick on me or something like that.
I need a forklift to bring all this stuff in, and so I hadn't made my second trip yet, but we're good.
Apologize.
Oh, I got
Nope, you're fine. Take your time. Take your time.
What do you need?
one of them.
Okay, roll call. I
Roll
imagine
call
we're
away.
ready for it by now. Okay. We're starting with Trustee Miklos this
Here.
evening. Snagowski.
Here.
Stapleton.
Here.
Virgilio. Here. Blatzer. Here. Childekis.
Present.
Next on the agenda is the consent agenda, which consists of the approval of minutes for September 23rd, 2016 Strategic Planning Meeting, September 26th, 2016 Village Board Meeting, October 17th, 2016 Committee of the Whole Meeting minutes. Approval of disbursements, an ordinance amending Ordinance 725 establishing a pay plan and schedule of authorized positions, an ordinance regulating hazardous substance control and hazardous materials incident expense recovery in the Village of Lamont, Cook, Will, DuPage counties, an ordinance approving the transfer of real estate for right-of-way adjacent to Archer Avenue and to the State of Illinois Department of Transportation, a resolution approving the purchase of Microsoft Office 365 and licensing, and a resolution authorizing the purchase of rock salt. I need a motion to approve, made by Trustee Blatzer. Second by Trustee Miklos. Any questions? With none, roll call.
Miklos.
Yes.
Snagowski.
Yes.
Stapleton.
Yes.
Virgilio.
Yes.
Blatzer. Yes. Childekis.
Yes.
Motion approves. Next on the agenda is the mayor's report, and we want to appoint Tom Burton to the Liquor Control Review Board. Tom is also one of the library commissioners, been in town for a long time, him and his wife, and has asked to be on the Liquor Control Board. So this will fill that position and fill the open position, and that committee will be then whole. So I need a motion to approve Tom Burton.
So moved.
Made by Trustee Childakis, second by Trustee Blatzer. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have a presentation of the 2015-16 Comprehensive Annual Financial Report and a presentation of the Municipal Compliance Report, Actuary Report, and the Gatsby 67/68 Report and Tax Levy Request. All set.
Mayor, these are two different types of presentations. The first one, Mike Millat from Baker Tilly will be presenting our 2016 Comprehensive Annual Financial Report. And then after that, Ed Mansell, the president of the Police Pension Board, will be presenting and requesting the tax levy for the police pension.
Thanks for having me tonight, everybody. As Chris said, I'm presenting the 2016 big financial statement report. The first thing I'm going to do really quickly is thank Chris for helping us get through this audit. I know she had some unexpected changes in staffing to help her through this audit, and despite that, we were able to get things done on time and in good working order. So with that, I just want to thank Chris. In terms of the audit itself this year, the communication letter, which is one of the smaller letters we provided in conjunction with the audit, identifies kind of the results of what we did in terms of walking through controls and things like that. And as per usual, we had no significant findings of any kind, which is great, as most places don't get to say that. This is really every year. Chris has done a really good job making sure the financials are in good working order and your internal controls are in really good shape. So I think it's something to take great pride in. Additionally, with regards to the audit itself, really the only big thing that we can take a look at this year is there were some new standards related to pension reporting. In the past, a lot of information went to the back, and there was a very small number reported in the front. That kind of changed everything. A lot of the funding status information that used to be just a note and disclosure about halfway through or deep into the report itself is now required to be reported. Creates some really large liabilities pretty much everywhere nowadays, which is just going to be a big shift. So if you're looking at one year versus the other, you're going to see some big numbers on there that you hadn't before. It's called a net pension liability as a number, and there's some other things related to that, very goofy accounting stuff. So it's just a difference. The note disclosures are a little different than they have in the past. So if you do look and you have looked in the past and you see some various changes, it is pretty jarring the first time you see it. So just as a heads up, everybody's seeing this because, again, in the past it was kind of you had a required amount to pay, and basically the only amount that got reported was any difference from that required amount on an annual basis. The amount now is basically a projection of all future payments you'll have to make to your pensions, which obviously is a much larger amount than what you would before. Kind of the analogy you make with a credit card statement. If you have a $500 credit card bill and you only owe a minimum of $50 for that month's payment, used to be if you paid $25, all you record is a $25 deficit. Now it'd be if you pay the $25, they record the whole $475. That's kind of the big difference. In the past, it wasn't the whole bill; it was just the amount you required to owe that day. Now it's the whole thing projected over for many, many, many years. So it's obviously a big difference. So just something I wanted to point out. Otherwise, everything looks to be in good shape. We also issued individual reports on the TIFs that you have, the 3 that we issued this year. So, and all those are in good shape too, and kind of is per usual as to what turns out on those. So, if you have any questions.
I think the biggest thing is excellent job with the to Chris and her staff. I think it's a true representation of what's what you're doing and what's been done downstairs. We continue to have outstanding reports back to us from our auditors, and again, that's something I've said many, many times over and over, that the Village of Lamont is in great financial shape. So, thank you, Chris, for all the hard work you're doing down there.
I do want to state that the report for our viewers out there, the report is online. It's under the transparency button on the village's website, as well as the communication to the board report as well. So,
Great. Thank you, Chris.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can. I don't know if that'll go that fast.
That'd be as fast as you wish, Ed, or hope.
Or as fast as you build a house.
We're down about over 1% from crypto. We hit, the market was down, started February, was terrible at the end of our fiscal year. That's why we ended up off 1.3. If we would look at from the 31st to the end of September, we were actually up 9.88%. We had brought in $726,000 in that time period. We hit at a bad time, period. We have to go long-term on this. You guys know from your investments, it's a long-term issue. We have to try to hit 7%. It's the number our actuarial had given us. They will do it, and everybody knows here at Free Concord, 7% in return. Actually, over the last, including this year, the 4 previous years, we have our total return is 5.2%. And had we not had a negative 1.35 but a positive 9.88, it's 5.3 would be, in a whole different situation. You'd probably get about a 8 or 8.25% return over the 45 years. This is pretty fine. I'm asking for, if you accept our municipal compliance report. We've Our board has already accepted the actuary report and the Gatsby report, and we've signed off on the municipal compliance report. The number from our actuarial is 746, 765. The board has been reasonably generous over the last 2 years. It added another 20,000 basically per year, so I am asking for the levy to be $766,765. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, December for that, yep. I was just asking, we levy in December for next year, so that's what, I was making sure what the timing was on that, so. Anybody have any questions for Ed in regards to what we're, yeah, Chris?
Okay, and we met last week at the committee of the whole meeting. The numbers that was presented to you did include the 766, 765.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
we're,
do better next year, Ed, so I don't have to put so much in.
I didn't want to come tonight, it's trying to talk to him.
Oh, you know. Thanks, Mike.
So Ed, the minimum number is 7%, is what?
Well, our actuarial, if we look at the state number uses 6.5%.
Okay.
We're actually funded 75% according to the state standards, which is excellent, okay? We dropped down about 62.5 from 69 last year because of the hit we took. What we've done right now, we'd probably be, I'd say, in the low 70s according to our. And it's all, again, it's long term. We get it bad, let's hope that everything keeps going forward, but historically, it's the only way we can get the return we're required to get. We're close to 60% equity. But the board looked at, we reviewed it last month, our investment policy, we're happy with the difference between hired Garcia Hamilton was actually pretty rough last year. It really came up and spoke for the last couple of months. We decided the same thing, let's give them some time. They were only on board for about 18 months, I think. And they have their ups and downs too, but we're pretty confident where our investment policy
Thank you, Ed.
You know, if I could just make a quick mention, thank you, Ed. You know, when Chris and I go through our bond rating presentations every other year, or when we issue debt, you know, the bond rating agencies, they look at, you know, are we adhering to our financial policies, including fund balance policies, our pension policies, and we're ensuring that we're fully funding our pension, and we always go over and above like we're doing with this pension. So those are two of the items that our the bond rating agencies really look at, and that's why the village, one of the reasons why the village has such an excellent bond rating, and it's just the excellence in auditing that we talked about here today from the presentation before, and then overall relations between staff and the board and communication, and adhering to our financial policies, as I mentioned, are the items that the agencies really give us credit for when they reaccredit us every year.
Yeah, you're actually 106%. The other fund, you're 106% versus 100. You know, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
I think we're good. Thanks, Ed.
Ed?
You're welcome.
All right, Jerry, anything under audience participation?
No.
Okay, good. I want to give one quick fact information that I had before we go to the clerk's report. I happened to be at a conference in Tucson that I got to listen to a former combat Army commander in the, it was 2 tours in Iraq and 1 in Afghanistan. Did a tremendous presentation on leadership. And he also is the current sitting state senator, just state senator, not U.S. senator, but state senator for the state of Georgia in the 6th district. So we talked back and forth, a little politics, and asked about how things in Georgia were, and he said, you know, growing, things are going really well. State senator in Georgia makes $18,000 a year. Shares an administrative assistant with 4 other state senators. Has a $6,500 expense account for the year. When it's done, it's over. I'm just saying, when you start looking at some of the other states around us that, you know, are big states with major metropolitan areas, a very diverse work community, and things going well, Illinois is better to wake up and smell the coffee real quick, because we are not, I mean, when you start looking at all of our neighbors, it is, you know, in other states, it is ridiculous what we've got ourselves into. So, with that, the clerk's report.
Thank you. I wanted to make everyone aware, in case you're not already aware, I'm sure everybody is, but we have early voting. It has begun today, October 24th, and it will continue through November 7th. Monday through Friday and Saturdays are 9 to 5. That's at the Lamont Township Hall, which is 1115 Warner Avenue in Lamont. On Sundays, they will be allowing us to early vote from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. So they're closing a couple hours earlier on Sunday, but it is convenient that they're going to be open all 7 days a week. And on October 31st, Halloween, maybe they can catch some people taking their kids out, I don't know, but from 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. And that also will happen on November 7th, it'll be till 5, the day before the election. And I just wanted to report on my attendance at the Illinois Municipal Clerks Academy in Springfield, the 10th through the 14th of this month. Now we'll move on with the proposed ordinance. The first ordinance, if passed this evening, would be O-33-16 of the Village of Lamont, Cook, Will, and DuPage Counties, Illinois, to set a date for and to approve a public notice of public hearing for the Main Street / Archer Avenue tax increment financing redevelopment project area.
So moved.
Second. Made by trustee Snegowski, second by trustee Stapleton. Chris?
Okay, this ordinance is the next step for the proposal of the Main Street Archer TIF. This is to set the public hearing date for December the 12th at 7 p.m. at the meeting here. And we will be putting 2 notices into the paper to announce this public hearing date. And this ordinance is just to set it for this is the next step for this.
Great. Thank you, Chris. Any questions? Roll call?
Miklos?
Yes.
Snegowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Blatzer?
Yes.
Childikis?
Motion approves.
The next item, if passed this evening, is also an ordinance, O-34-16, and this is amending the Title 17 of the Lamont, Illinois Municipal Code, the Lamont Unified Development Ordinance of 2008, better known as the UDO amendments.
Need a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
Trustee Stapleton, second by trustee Snegowski. Heather?
Yes, Mayor. So tonight, the ordinance that we voted on is amending the UDO for 6 items. The first is parking, the second is location of detention facilities, the third is sidewalks, the fourth is some procedures when approving variations in special uses, the fifth is permitted special uses for some OPP districts and downtown districts, and the last is a few minor items that correct scrivener's errors and everything like that. So the PZC and staff will recommend approval of the ordinance.
Thank you, Heather. Any questions? Roll call?
Miklos?
Yes.
Snegowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Blatzer?
Yes.
Childikis?
Motion approved.
The next item, if passed this evening, is a resolution, which would be R-54-16. And this is approving an in-car video system purchase agreement with the WatchGuard Video.
Need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Made by
Second.
trustee Miklos, second by trustee Blatzer. Chief?
Thank you, Mayor. In May, the police department was notified by our current vendor that the in-car video system will no longer be supported or maintained. A request for RFQ, a request for quote was prepared in August. We had 10 vendors responded to that request. Based upon product details, the qualifications, and the price, 3 vendors were selected to demonstrate to a user committee that we had put together in the police department. The user committee recommended the system from WatchGuard that's before you, based upon low bid and technical qualifications, and we believe that this system best serves the technical needs of the department. The quote before you, the contract is for the total system, which includes 12 cameras, the entire infrastructure and installation for $68,407. This is discounted from the amount that we spoke to you about for Cal, due to some vendor discounting and the fact that we don't have didn't include the server that was originally quoted in an unrelated project. The village is in the process of upgrading and virtualizing servers in the village. and their vendor believes that the system will be robust enough to handle these watch guard needs, so we were able to eliminate the server configuration from this. Based upon this, we feel that this is a good system for what they're quoting. We feel it will handle our needs for the next 10 years, and we recommend that we move forward with this.
Thank you, Chief. Any other questions? How quick can you get them? Is it something that, with approval tonight, you guys are,
We can get the quote and start installing probably within a month.
okay, great. All right, roll call?
Miklos?
Yes.
Stokowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Lasser?
Yes.
Trelvikis?
Yes.
Motion approves.
That's all I have this evening, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Village Attorney Report. I'm not going to read that. That's just wrong.
I do have a very short report under the Deputy Village Administrator report, Mr. Mayor.
Fine, whatever.
Two items that are coming out that are public notices, two very different things, but things that we do here at the village. One is the boundary line agreement that was discussed and approved preliminarily last week with the village, or the city of Lockport. There will be a public hearing on that after public notice, December 12th here at our December 12th meeting. However, in the meantime, by statute, it is placed where all the other ordinances are placed, which is actually right down the hall, second floor of Village Hall, and the copy is there for anybody that wants to review it. If anybody wants to review it electronically, it'll be part of the packet. It is part of the packet from last week's COW. It'll be part of the packet of December 12th. The second item is a public notice will be going out about the changes in the rules that we've done to the Board of Police and Fire Commissioners. Most of those changes are really cosmetic and just kind of clarifying things and organizing them. The BOFBC will be meeting this Wednesday, and 10 days afterwards, the rules, 10 days after publication, the rules will become effective. So anybody in the public wishes to see those will also be available at the police station. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Village Administrator's Report, Mr. Dirk Schaefer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Inside joke there, but one. Had a couple updates for the community. We often get requests or questions on Facebook and here at Village Hall about the Illinois Street repaving, Lamont Street or Lamont Road repaving job that's going on right now through town. I would just want to reiterate that is a state project. However, we do feel the need that we want to get information out on those platforms, and I'll give a brief update today. But if you do have questions, please contact you can contact Village Hall, and we'll continue to give you updates. The paving work will continue tomorrow and Wednesday, weather dependent on Illinois Street and Lamont Road. Please allow extra time when you're going through those sections of roadway. They are on schedule still, again, weather dependent to finish in a couple weeks, but please be patient with those projects, and we will do our best to mitigate any issues to the area. I also wanted to thank the community, thank Citgo, one of our great corporate partners, the Conservation Foundation, and also Lamont High School District 210 for their volunteer work and everyone's work for the Quarry Restoration Day, which was last Saturday. I know we had or 2 Saturdays ago, many members of the board, members of the community that were out there for, I think, year number 3 of our Quarry Restoration Project. I think we had 200 volunteers working to eliminate or remove invasive species, and then over the next few weeks they'll be spraying with pesticides, and then they will be replanting to ensure that the proper plants will grow in those areas. So want to thank the community, thank Citgo, thank the high school for bringing all the the heavy labor. Several of us were there. I know Jeanette, Trustee Virgilio, was out there very early actually doing the work, so I want to thank you for
Poison ivy to prove it.
She's got the poison ivy. Yeah, send the bill to Citgo if you could. But thank you to the community. A couple other things. We are closed on in observance of Veterans Day on November 11th, which falls on a Friday this year. So village offices will be closed. And I wanted to make mention that Lamont is featured in the October edition of West Suburban Living, which was a great opportunity brought to us as part of our marketing campaign. And staff did a lot of work on getting this ready. You can go on the village's website if you do not subscribe to the West Suburban Living magazine, lamont.il.us, and right on the front page you can click on the 5-page add that, we participated in a portion of it, but West Suburban reached out to us and wanted to put a full spread on Lamont. And it really fits into with our brand awareness program. As we continue with our program, we'll get information out on what publications that we're going to be putting our information in, but really a good opportunity to showcase Lamont, not only our community, but our businesses. And thank you for everybody who was involved with that, and they did a really good job with it. So check out our website. Thank you.
Thank you, George. I didn't see any board reports. Does anybody have anything? Okay. Staff reports, I know Chief Mayton.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We've investigated a couple of cases recently where juvenile offenders have communicated threats using social media. And even though these were intended by the sender as jokes, these cases are not taken as jokes by the school district, the parents of the individuals that are threatened, or by the police department. So we want to impress upon our young people that there can be serious consequences for sending such messages. They also take up a lot of police resources that can be best devoted to other things. So please, talk to your children about appropriate use of social media. Halloween trick-or-treating hours are from 3 to 6:30 next Monday. Please have a safe and fun night. And Halloween safety tips are available on the department website. The Haunted Squad will be also driving around town on Monday as well. The trick-or-treat passphrase for the Haunted Squad will be the phrase, "Protect Lamont." So when you come up to the car, if you say that phrase, extra treats will come your way.
What was that again, Chief?
It's for kids of all ages. Let it go. Let it go, Brian. There'll be a stalker behind the police car.
That's the chief's tip of the month, I think.
Thank you, Chief.
Stop.
I know, I'm just,
Just don't.
oh,
Don't do it.
I can't do it, I won't. Any unfinished business? Any new
That's
business? All right, we have no executive session. I need a motion to adjourn.
Come on.
Made by
Second.
Trustee Blatzer, second by Trustee Stapleton. All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
I gotta write that down.
I did find out